Okay, I know when we listened to Killing Joke Last and Finished Nighttime, everyone said go back to the first album. I will. I promise I will listen to the first album. But the album cover on this one just has my attention so much. I just want to listen to at least one track from it. I'm just putting that out there. I really want to try this out. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you're having a lovely day out there. Like I said, I know everyone's pointing me, first album, go back to their first debut. I will. But this album cover and the name, like, it just seems so cool. So I at least want to try the first track off of this one, which is this Tribal Antidote, off of their album Hosannas from the Basements of Hell, released in 2006. I just want to see if the song at least like matches that intensity that's shown here. So let's listen to this track. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I'm excited to hear this one. I have high hopes and high expectations.
Lift up your spirits.
Definitely different. Is it the same lead singer? The vocals are very low in the mix though. It's got kind of a sludge metal feel to it as well. How muddy everything is. That I'm so surprised. Definitely not the style of music I was expecting, and yet it works. I like how the drums brought that up for the outro here. What a completely stylistic difference from Nighttime, from that album that we listened to. This is completely different. This is like an industrial metal, a sludge metal kind of sound. The production is much heavy. Obviously, everything is much heavier. So guitars are crunchy, little bits of feedback in there. Production makes everything very muddy as well in the mix. The vocals, which are here, are truly just a part of the music. You know, those kind of growly, guttural vocals are definitely more just part of the mix rather than a focus in a way, which I like how that comes across stylistically because it just gives it a different kind of atmosphere in lieu of the heaviness of the music here. It kind of reminds me in some ways of like Mastodon, but not quite in that direction, you know, not from what we heard, because this was much more simple in its approach and much more straightforward, where a lot of Mastodon's music is much more progressive, especially now, just a little bit. But yeah, and I'm so surprised because I had to check and look at the personnel. It's still Jazz Coleman on the lead vocals. I would have never imagined, from what we heard of Jazz singing, doing this guttural growl kind of style, and he does it very well. I just think that is so cool. Benny Calvera on the drums, also playing a very big part in the heaviness of this. I like that moment near the outro where he kind of picks it up with that drum fill and then goes to the crash for the rest of the bars there, which is, it's just really nice to give it that little bit of last push, a little bit of extra oomph before, of course, ending the track. You heard what I guess I could say is a little bit of a guitar solo at the very end, but it definitely is. It doesn't stand out the same way as like a typical solo. It more kind of blends in the undercurrent of the rest of the mass distortion of the music. So it sounds like he's playing a solo, maybe more of a lead, but it's just buried underneath everything, so it doesn't come out the water, you know? It kind of stays just beneath it. Lift your spirits. Too much pain and suffering, crying. Too many funerals. We know the earth is dying. Gather as celebrants in a state of merriment. This sickness, cleanse us with fire and music. This tribal antidote, my choice. Come to the great assembly. Revelry, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. So it almost sounds like the way the lyrics are written, it kind of reminds me of like one of those church tent revival kind of things where like everyone's invited, get in here, you know, as he says, come to this great assembly, revelry, rejoice, rejoice, lift your spirits, the first line. But from what? From the pain, the suffering, the disease that he mentions in the first verse here. Not a concert, show, or entertainment, a temple, a ritual, a festival of descent. So this is not just simply, you know, a concert or an album. He wants it, and they want it to be bigger than that. Kindred spirits exchange and listen. We share a common, different value system. This tribal antidote, my choice, comes to the great assembly. Church of Liberty, you'll never take this from me. Barter, no money, I don't suffer from spiritual poverty. Economic slavery, come back with bravery. Here's a sanctuary, we'll get away from all this. So get away from the chains of money. Don't worry about liberty. We're all free here. Don't worry about money, we'll barter. Like, that's what I'm really getting to. Like, he's saying, forget all those things that weigh you down in real life. Come here. This is a temple, a ritual, a sanctuary, and stay here a while. And as he says, revelry, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. I'm just curious. I know, like I said in the beginning, most people want me to check out the first album. I really am just curious, like, is the rest of this album in this same vein, or, you know, what else does it do? I'm curious, but I know people want me to do the first album, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. Bye.